and your striker or whatever. So you're just gonna nick it like so. You can see that how it's gonna eventually have a little piece.
Yep.
Yep. The member's going on.
Yeah.
So you see this right here. This is gonna be your ignition source. So to start a fire, you need an ignition source, right? That's gonna be Bic lighter, a match, you know, gasoline and a Zippo. It's gonna be whatever you have on you. It could be, this is my ignition source right here. You know, just knocking these little sparks off is gonna be enough to ignite that piece of char cloth there. So this is like the old school method, obviously.
Tried and true though.
Tried and true here. My no BS, like right now, if I was gonna get this going, I have like all these cotton ball Vaselines, which is the best tinder. So this is gonna be, tinder is what you use to get your fire started. So you've got ignition source, your tinder, which is gonna be, in this case, Vaseline cotton balls. It could be, like in this kit here, this jute twine, this bark. That's my tinder. That's what I collected. That's what I have to get that flame to ignite my kindling, which is the next part. So kindling is going to be the in-between, like sticks, things like that. But you're going to want it to be, that's going to be your dry wood. Like going onto a tree and just finding, you know, a branch that you think is dry compared to like a branch that's not actually dry, it won't catch. It's going to have too much moisture in it. So it's going to be dry, dead wood, feather sticks. So you process this tree. You're going to saw it into the sections. You're going to make feather sticks. That's going to be your dry wood. At least it is. It's getting wetter and wetter. As soon as you have it out exposed to elements, it's going to start getting wet and it becomes more of a bitch to go. So you have different ignition sources. This is you know, the upgrade from the flint and steel was, hey, we're going to have a striker bar and you know, a piece of metal that just has to have a 90-degree spine. You can use the edge of your knife, a saw blade, a multi-tool. It just has to have something to throw. So this is my ignition source. I'm throwing sparks, which is going to catch on fire my tinder, right? This is one option. Then you got,
you can scrape that rod onto it.
Yeah, you can actually scrape chunks off into the fire. Yeah, the magnesium bars, waterproof matches, you know. This is something simple to keep around. It's guaranteed fire. You know, I got a piece of cotton inside there that I can use as a tinder source, so it's all one contained thing. This has a striker on there, but you know, waterproof match. When you know, you can stick this in the snow. It's still going to use it to light, so it's a good winter source of you know, ignition. So
those burn for like 25 seconds or something like that too.
Those are a little bit more quick burning ones.
Yeah, this one.
You could like stick it in water and
pull it out. Yeah, those are pretty pimp. You can make them too.
See how it's like burning? It's got a nice hot heat. So what I would do is, you know, before, see, look at that. Good luck catching fire with that. Yeah. That just shows you right there.
It's still burning. Those are bad, dude.
Oh, that's wow. Big boy.
That's a big boy.
Size matters.
When we're not messing around. So when in a non-worrying about people trying to kill you environment, fire is key, right? I would spend probably like 60% of my day when I was camping just going out gathering and processing wood, so I had enough wood to get me through the night. And every time I thought I had enough wood, I would just double it.
Yep.
So, like, I don't want to be taking down trees here because I've done that a lot. As far as how to go amongst taking down a tree. So what he's doing right now is called batoning. Does anyone know what batoning is?
Using
that. So,
Skinny taught me that.
You see that? So you could take a knife, you could take an axe, you could take whatever you got. So let's just say he processed this this tree. So now he's splitting it down to make the kindling, the tinder that you're gonna, the kindling source. So this is gonna be what you're gonna use to get your fire started. So don't even try to do anything with fire until you spend enough time to make sure that you have enough kindling, that your tinder source is good. In this case, you know, if we're not messing around, use a Vaseline cotton ball. And yeah, you could use whatever you got. You know, these are just things I'm demoing, I'm showing you. I'm not going to carry all these things with me all the time. I'll just carry one. Maybe I'll just carry a Bic lighter or a ferro rod and some cotton balls. But yeah, go for it.
Another thing you can use.
Listen up.
Your
fire starting, you know how when you do your laundry at your house, you got your dryer lint and your little lint catch?
Oh, hell yeah.
It works. Your dryer sheets are actually more flammable than the lint though. Extremely flammable. That's actually why most houses start on fire. Because all that shit gets caught in there and it gets stuck in the dryer. Well, I got a gas dryer and that's the like he was saying when you were doing the what the hell's the word? The curlies.
Oh, a feather stick.
The feather sticks. It's best to have them a little bit small. The feathers that come off on the stick, leave them on the stick, and the big ones they don't catch as well. Cotton balls, like he said, they work excellent.
This is my go-to. It's cheap as hell, and you know, even when they're wet, you got the Vaseline on the outside, right?
And I got some magnesium chopped up in mine as well.
Okay, I'll do it.
And it starts a little bit easier.
Yeah, so having the Vaseline on the outside is going to be the burn. It's a fuel that's going to keep this burning for more than just, if you lit just a cotton ball, poof, it's done. This has the petroleum jelly, just a basic cotton ball, you know, buy them wherever, costs like $5. You can make like 100 of these things. So you're going to spread out a little bit of the fluff inside, and that's what it's going to actually catch. The outside is where it's going to keep it burning. So this ignition source right here will take a spark off anything. I could take a piece of that char, and I could have put it on there and made some kind of bird's nest of some kind, which is just various bark, natural material, things like that. So you're gonna get your base down, depending on let's just say there's nothing but snow on the ground. What I would normally do is take some logs and make a base for the fire. So that's what's gonna help is the convection, the moisture getting sucked out of it from the ground itself, and it's also going to just keep things drier. So it's also going to keep oxygen flowing underneath it, flowing upwards, which oxygen making a fire, very important. You smother it, not enough oxygen, it's going to go out. So little feather sticks like this, little shavings. So this is going to be like kindling that's going to get it going. So normally what you would do is you would try to put your ignition source in the center of that. You would have this all prepped out. Like normally I would have spent like an hour or two out here. I would have set up my camp, I would have put on my shit, I would have scouted out, down some wood, and I would start processing wood. I would debranch it by taking all the little small limbs off. If it was dry enough, I'm going to use it to throw on the fire to get it started. I'm going to take the big logs. I'm either going to make feather sticks or baton it into small pieces like he has right here, because they're going to catch a lot better. So something like this, right? A Bic lighter, if you don't keep it in your, keep it warm in the cold, like especially once it starts dropping, you'll try to use it and it won't want to work. Right now it works a little bit, but then sometimes it gets so cold, all you can do is get a spark. So you can actually take it, you know, and use that spark to catch that source. Like if you see this Vaseline cotton ball will just sit here and burn, and it's going to keep burning. And then what you would do is you would take what you have prepped up, which would be, you know, kindling and other dry tinder, and you would start piling that on to get that burning, and then eventually you would start putting on. What I normally do is I go probably way too much. I'll get like pencil size, like Sharpie, like thick magic marker, and then I'll start adding on bigger pieces to start catching.
Another thing, us fat people. Shit, I guess I'm the only fat one here today.
We all got a little pudge.
Fritos are actually extremely.
Fritos got, I saw a Survivor Man.
I actually tried it at home and it freaking works.
Yeah, the oils on like the Fritos and Dorito chips are actually used as like a ignition source. So
that's scary.
Even so, this is what, you know, fire is so. It's so fucking delicate sometimes. Like you would sometimes it's good, other times, man, it's gonna give you a run for your money. Like right now, you'd be like, oh, he's got a fire going. If I don't keep putting dry wood on this, and I don't keep feeding this, it's just gonna die down. These little pieces are gonna have too much moisture on it. Like right now, you can just feel like, okay, that's dry. You can feel the moisture on it just by pushing up to your cheek. It's a little technique. But you know, having snap, like it's snappy, but I can already see that there's a little bit of moisture in this wood, which. Yeah. Boom.
Dryer sheet.
Yep.
No, I never burned one of those.
All right.
Dryer lint's like hit or miss, dude.
So what does everyone carry in their kit as far as fire kit goes, how many people have just a Bic lighter? You know, like
I got Bics,
you gotta carry a Bic.
ferro rods.
Several Zippos.
Everyone got like
Ferro rods.
ferro rods. Okay, how much ferro rods have you actually tried like making fire with?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Our
Cotton ball
Yeah.
Vaseline
Yeah.
thing you showed us years ago. I got that in my bag too.
first 2 years of the group, we used to do fire starting on the rag. We just haven't done it in a while.
Your fire will smell good with the dry sheet stick.
Yeah, you could even start your fire with a Bic that doesn't light whatsoever.
Yeah,
you could
just
scrape the
spark,
shit
yeah.
out of
So,
the
yeah.
plastic.
We started with magnifying glasses on sunny days.
Keep rolling it, and all that magnesium will fall on there, and then use that spark, and
Yep.
that plastic will
And
light.
I never did the water
This
bottle
Vaseline
thing though.
Cotton ball is still burning right now in the center of like right here. This wood, luckily, is dry. This is dry wood, so it's actually catching. If this was more damp wood right now, if I try using some of these sticks, good luck.
Another thing guys probably can add to your kits are those candles that don't blow out, those party trick candles.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Those things don't go out. So
Yeah,
those
that's
things,
good.
Sometimes like it's windy.
12,
That's cool.
9-hour candles because I got this cool little lantern that I got, and inside of it has a 12-hour candle. You can actually take that candle and get your poncho or whoopee or wool blanket, and you can cover yourself with it, right? Drape it over yourself, put that little candle, and you can actually increase. Cool Cracker Bushcraft did a video on it. Little candle. It was 20 degrees outside, and then he did that, and it bumped it up like 30 degrees after 20 minutes. So you can sit there like this in your own little shelter with a little candle burning and be 30 degrees warmer. That's pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
So little things like that.
When I was, I don't know, 7, 8 years old, me and my stepdad, the car broke down on the way back from Moni in the middle of nowhere, snowy, whatever. And, you know, you just wait for somebody to come by. It was the middle of the night, but he had little votive candles in the glove box with coffee cups. You just set the coffee cup down, light the candle, put it between your feet, keep your feet warm, and lean over it.
Nice.
He'll keep you warm.
That's cool. I got a whole plastic bag of them in the house, like for just in case.
So if you're at home and you lose power and you need to stay warm of some type, you know,
What do you got going on?
ceramic pots.
Yeah.
If you take a candle and have that candle in the ceramic pot upside down, just the small tea light candles, that'll actually produce heat off the ceramic pot. So you could use that. Warm up your hand. It'll warm up everything else, but it's not obviously gonna put out as much heat, depending on the size of your candle.
Yeah, in the pot, because you can